Hi students, a very pleasant and warm greetings to you all. Hope you are all doing good. Have you seen the last session class? If you haven't seen, make sure you see that class and after that you see this, okay? In the last session we have seen about database, MySQL and installation of the MySQL, right? We have installed the XAMPP and we have to start Apache and MySQL in the XAMPP control panel, and then we have to go to the browser and open the URL which I said in the last session, okay? Now we know to open the XAMPP, right? XAMPP control panel, and we'll get started with the PHP MyAdmin page, okay? Now what we are going to do is, now we are going to see MySQL administration open source software tools, okay? Now let's move on to our today's topic, okay? In this MySQL administration open source software tools, let's see the software tools first, okay? Many open source tools are available presently in the market, but we need a good one to get our work done in an efficient or better manner, right? So here we choose PHP MyAdmin, okay? This PHP MyAdmin is the most popular one for the web administration, okay? The popular desktop tools are MySQL Workbench and HeidiSQL, okay? Now let's see about the PHP MyAdmin, okay? In this web admin, MySQL is a web application written by PHP, okay? Using the PHP coding only, this web application is written, okay? This is a web hosting. This is used for web hosting, okay? The main feature we provide here is web interface and importing the data from CSV and exporting the data to various formats, okay? Here, the main thing what we are doing is, we are doing the web interface, okay? We will be importing the data. We will getting the data from CSV and exporting the data to various formats. Understood? It also generates live charts for monitoring SQL server. Okay, in this SQL server, this connection, the memory storage and the processes, everything will be monitored using live charts. Okay, this generates a live charts for monitoring this MySQL servers, connections, processes and memory uses. Okay, this also helps in making the complex queries easier. Usually this database creation, creating a table, sometimes this process will be very much complicated. Okay, this PHP MyAdmin, this MySQL will make our work easier. Okay, when you start working in this, you can just find, okay, this is very easy to create a database and to insert a table there, and we can insert some rows there, we can insert the details and we can update it anytime, or we can delete something inside the database, and these all you will see in the upcoming sessions. Okay, next one is MySQL Workbench, or this is the desktop application. Okay, this is the database tool which is used by the developers and DBAs mainly for visualization. DBA means, I said you in the last class itself, database and administrators. Okay, these database administrators use this for visualization. Okay, these database tools are developed by the developers for what? To see this, using this PHP MyAdmin only, we are going to view. We will be creating a database and we will be adding a table and everything. Everything will be added here in this PHP MyAdmin, and we can see that, okay, whether that is added, whether the specific row is deleted or the details are added there. That one we will be checking here in this PHP MyAdmin page, okay. This helps in data modeling, development of SQL, server configuration, and for the backup for that MySQL also. This this desktop application is a better way. Okay. Its basic release version is 5, okay, and now in our operating system and all, it supports still 8 also, 8.0 version also it is supporting. Okay, this SQL editor of this tool is very much flexible and comfortable in dealing multiple result set. That means this particular SQL editor has this tool, right? This is whatever we need, we can do. It's not just about creating a database. If we need it with so many rows, or if you need to add some age, or if you want to add a column there in between, whatever we want, we can do. So this will be much comfortable and flexible. Okay. Next one is HideSQL. This desktop application here, this is the open source tools which helps the administration of better database systems. Okay, this is also a better one. This supports graphical users interface. Okay, graphical user interface features for monitoring the server host and server connections, databases, tables, views, triggers, and events. This everything you can monitor here. Okay. Next one we are going to see about designing the database. Okay. In this process, what are we going to do? We are going to create, implement, and maintain the data in a system. Okay. This one is known as designing of database. Okay. The process of creating, implementing, and maintaining the enterprise data. This data we are going to create, implement, and maintain this data in a system. Okay, this is known as designing a database. Okay, this designing a database means this it depends upon our success. It depends upon our performance, how we have to give a good database design. Then only this MySQL will provide a performance and it will attain the goal which we expect with the dashboard, reports, and statistics. Okay, regarding this only our design of database will be. Okay, next we are going to see how we'll create a conceptual design. Okay, this is a primary phase in a database. That means this is the basic thing in a database. Okay, here we'll be discussing in detail about the creation of tables, columns, rows, and the database. Okay, and the data type will be based on the requirement of the application. Okay, the if one customer is asking you a web application, according to their requirement only we will be doing that. Understood? And it will be totally based on the customers or the end users. The last, if you are designing a shopping website, it will be based on the customer's choice. Then only they will be using and we'll get gain, right? So this will be, the result will be made fully uh, on the view of the customer. Okay, first one is creating the database. Okay, in this creation of database we have three major parts. First one is tables, queries, and views. Okay, tables means it will be like you will have used MS Excel, right? Like the Excel will have tables. In the Excel what all we'll have some cells. That means we'll have some rows and columns. In the same way here in this table also we'll have rows and columns. Rows, what we will say, the rows as records and columns as attributes. Okay, and then next one is queries. Queries means what? Queries are questions. Okay, here the questions with some conditions, with some multiple conditions will be posted in the database. Okay, that is queries. And then next one is views. Views means a set of stored queries. Okay, some queries will be asked and it will be rectified, and this will be stored and it will be stored as views. These are the views of the customers. Okay, first what are the things we saw inside creating a database? Tables, queries, and views. Okay, tables means like the Excel sheet will have rows and columns. Rows means it is a record, column is an attribute. Okay, queries means questioning, right? Questioning, this is done to satisfy the customer's choice. Understood? And the views means the previous or the older questions will be stored as a views. Okay, next we are here we'll have an example to create a database and to store the details. Okay, here see MySQL and the greater than symbol and create database, and then we have to give a name. Here we have given personal details. Okay, if it is correct, if the format you have typed is correct, it will be given as query. Okay, one row affected. Okay, that means the database has been created. Okay, create database personal details, or create database and then you have to give the name. name of the database, and at last you have to give semicolon. Okay, that is the correct format to create a database. If it is correct, you will get query okay, one row affected. Okay, next what you have to do? You have to take that database and use, right? So next we can give MySQL greater than symbol. Use that name we have to give. Here we have given personal details, and so here we are giving personal details. Okay, then we'll get the answer as database changed. Okay, and we can see what are the databases present in that particular MySQL. Okay, for that we have to give MySQL greater than show database. Okay, that means it will give us the list. It will give database list and the databases which are saved there. Okay, next one is creating a table. Okay, here every pages will be here in if you are creating one application, each page will have some functions. Okay, let's consider a shopping website. You would have used Amazon, Flipkart and all. In any of the shopping website, if you go, it will have a page. It will have a search in the top, and if you click the home, you will have a separate page for orders. You will have a separate page. If you click the orders, you will be reaching the page which has the orders or the previous orders which you have ordered. And another page, shopping, means if you are clicking that shopping page, you will be reaching which page? The shopping page. Okay, in the shopping page also you will be having some choices. You will have if you are going to shop a dress, it will have some options, boys, girls and so on, right? From that, if you are going to select a dress for boys, you have to select boys. Then it will lead you to another page which has the boys dresses, right? And if girls means, it will lead you to another page. That is what here they have given us. Creating a table means it will have so many tables. For in a customer profile means for products you will have one table. For orders you will have one table. In the shopping sites, if you are going for men means you will have separate table. Likewise, you have to create here when creating the table. Okay, so that is what here they have given us. Each page reveals some functionalities. Okay, such functionalities are designed to a table. This table will design a single function. Okay, next one is creating columns. In each table, if you see, we'll have many columns, right? Each column will be having some functionalities. Understood? When you are going to do a payment, you are going to payment page, right? It will ask your details. In your details itself, it will ask your name, your first name, last name, your ID, your phone number and all, right? Like this is done with the help of this creating column. Okay, in a column, we'll be having many sub functionalities, right? Column separately for a customer means each column, this column will contain a name, phone number, email address. Likewise, the customer information in a table will be given inside a column. Okay, this column will be assigned with the appropriate value type. So that means we'll have a separate function for each column. Okay, so that since the columns are assigned separate functions, and this will be very efficient and the performance will be better. Okay, next one is inserting rows. Okay, once we have created the database, okay, database is created, and then the tables are also created, and then the column is also created. Okay, when you are creating the column itself, we will be giving what are the things, what are the functions we need. Okay, then by creating the rows, what you will do means, if you have created a column, as when you are asking the details of the customer, we are asking name, mail ID and phone number. Okay, by this row, when you create a row, we'll be adding each customer. Okay, if one customer is coming, one row will be added, and that particular customer's details will be added. How will you insert that details inside the table? See here, they have given insert into table. Okay, this is the syntax for that. Insert into table, and then name. In the bracket, you have to give first column will be name, right? First column, then the second column, then the third column, name. mail ID, phone number, everything you have to give in a bracket. And then what are the values? That one you have to give in the values. Values in the bracket you will give Jenny. And my mail ID means next one my mail ID I'll give mail@gmail.com. Then next I'll give the phone number. Likewise you have to give the values and at last you have to give the semicolon. This is the format to insert a row. Okay. Are you clear? To create a table and then columns and rows. Next, we are going to see SQL. Okay, SQL means structured query language, right? I told you in the last session itself. The structured query language is a language which is used to access and do the functions inside the database. Okay, this is declared as the standard by ANSI. ANSI is American National Standards Institution. Okay, in this American National Standard Institution, this SQL is developed. Okay, and this ISO also. ISO means you all know International Organization for Standardization. Okay, in 1986 and 87, in that period, this American National Standard Institution or Institute did this SQL, structured query language. Okay, for accessing and manipulating the database. Okay, the details inside the database can be updated or can be and a web application can be developed using this SQL. Here, this SQL, we'll see about this SQL. Okay, this SQL is a structured query language, right? This is a standard language which has a different versions. Okay, this each customer or each application will have different needs, right? So for designing a different web applications, different versions are needed. Okay, so different versions are maintained to meet the requirements of the customers. Okay, the some of them are given in your book. Just read them. Okay, it executes queries against a database, retrieves data from database, inserts and updates records in a database, deletes records, create new database and new tables in a database. Okay, this if you read itself you can understand. We know, we have seen it already. It will execute the queries, it will execute the questions which are given against the database. Okay, then we can use this for getting the data which is inside the database, and then it is used to insert and update. Insert means if we have 3 rows, if you want to insert a row in between you can just insert, or if you want to update, if you want to add something to the row, or if you want to change something in the row, we'll say it as update, right? So insert and update records in a database, or delete. If you want to delete a row, it is we can also delete a record from the database. Okay, we can create new database, that we know. We can create new database or new table and all. Now we'll see the types of SQL commands. Okay, here we have 5 major categories. First one is DDL. It is data definition language. And the next one is DML. That is data manipulation language. DQL. It is data query language. And next one is TCL. TCL means transaction control language, and DCL is data control language. Okay, so we have 5 major classifications in this SQL commands. They are data definition language, data manipulation. First one is definition, next one is manipulation, query. Definition, manipulation, query, control. Okay, definition, manipulation, query, control. Data definition language, data manipulation language, data query language, and next two are control. First one is transaction control language, next is data control language. Okay, is it easy to keep it in mind? First, let's see about data definition language. Okay, data definition language means we'll say it as DDL. Okay, these commands are used to define the structure or schema. Okay, we'll say it as schema here. This is used to define the structure. That means if you want a single row, or if you want to alter something, the creation, the creating, altering, or if you are renaming, these all will come under this data definition language. That means we are defining using this data definition language. Okay, and this is used to create and modify the structure. Okay, here we will use create, alter, drop, rename, truncate. These are the things we will use in this DDL. Okay, create means we know we are. This is used to create a database. Alter means if you have some other things in a row, and if you want to give, if you are giving your age as 6, unknowingly you have given. If you want to change it into 16 means we'll use this alter key. Okay, and next one is drop means it is same as deleting only. Here we can delete either a row or a database. Next one is renaming means one name will be given for an object in the database. If you want to rename a existing one, we have to use this rename. And the next one is truncate means this is like delete all, like we'll use control A in Word and all. No, likewise this truncate means this is used to delete all the table records. Okay, and the next one is data manipulation language. Here in this data manipulation language means this is used to deal with the manipulation of the data. That means we'll maintaining, or here if you see the commands you will understand. Here we have insert, update and delete. Okay, insert means if you want to insert a row inside a table, we'll use this insert key. Likewise, update means if one old data is there, if you want to add new data to a table, we'll use this update key. Delete means if you want to delete a row or if you want to delete a record from a table, we'll use this delete key. This insert, update and delete, IUP, insert, update and delete. This will come under M means manipulation. Okay, data manipulation language, DML. Under DML, what all will come? Insert, update and delete. First what we saw? DDL. DDL means data definition language. While defining what all will come? Create, alter, drop, rename, truncate. Okay. In manipulation we saw insert, update and delete. Okay. And the next one is DQL. DQL is data query language. Okay. This one, this is used to get a data from a database. Understood? This is used to select a particular data from a whole database. Sometimes in a database we'll have 10 or 15 pages or 10 or 15 columns, means a specific column or a specific thing we can take out from the we can select from the table or a database. Okay, that is the select command. Data query language. Query means if you are having a query, you will just take that concept. If you are having a doubt in one question, you will just take that one question to your teacher, right? Likewise, this data query means we'll select the data which you need, which you have the query. So this query language will have select command only. Okay, and the next one is transaction control language. In this transaction control language, this will manage the transactions. Okay, in this SQL database. Here, what are the commands will come means commit. Commit means permanent save into the database. If you do that commit means you cannot delete the thing. If you are giving the commit for a specific data, then that specific data can't be deleted. This is a permanent save. Okay, this may come for a 2 mark also. This insert, update, delete, create, this and all may come for 2 marks also. Okay, this commit means permanent save into the database. Next one is rollback. Rollback means restoring the database to original. That means now we have used commit. So the last one, till the last one will be permanent save. If you want to restore the database which was before committing at what situation the database is, we can bring that same screen by using this rollback. From the word itself we can understand. Rollback means it is like undo, right? Restoring the database to original form since the last commit. Okay, that means if you are committing, now you are writing 10 lines, right? When you are writing the 5th line, you are doing the commit means this will be permanent saved. That means in the 10th line, if you are doing this rollback means it will go till the commit. Okay, after what you have done will be gone, and that commit, till the commit will be saved there. Understood? Then the next one is set transaction. Set transaction means this will set the transaction properties such as read, write, or read only access. We'll have in the CDs and all you have seen read only CD or read and rewritable CD. Likewise, if you are setting this transaction for a specific data, you can give the transaction as read, write, or read only access. Read only access means whoever is accessing can read only, they can't change it. Read, write means if they are accessing it, they can read and as well as they can write it. Okay, and the next one is save point. Save point means this is used to save a transaction temporarily. Okay, so that you can roll back to that point whenever required. Okay, we'll just save. It is not a permanent save, for a temporary save. Okay, that is save point. So commit, rollback, set transaction, save point. This will come under transaction control language. Okay, and the next one, today's last topic is data control language. Okay, and the last one here in this types of SQL command is DCL, data controlled language. Okay, in this data controlled language we have two commands. One is grant and another one is revoke. Okay, grant means this data control language itself means this is doing the security purpose on this database. Okay, in this database object will have a table or a row or a column or a view and will have a stored procedure, right? To give a security purpose, to make it secure, we are using this data control language. Okay, in this data control language we have two commands. They are grant and revoke. Okay, grant means this is used to give permission to a specific users on specific database objects. Okay, revoke means this is used to take out the permission from specific users on a specific database. That means grant grant permission. Okay, if you are coming inside the class, you will ask, right, ma'am, may I come in? That means I am giving the permission. So this specific, whoever has asked the permission will get the access, and only you can get inside, others can't get inside. Likewise, if a database object or a object or if a separate row can be accessed by a user, that only that specific user will have the permission to access that. That is using grant. Okay, to take out the permission, if a specific user is having, if one boy is from this class, so he can enter the class always, right? If I am saying that you should not enter this class, means that specific boy cannot enter the class, right? They will take out the permission from accessing that database. That is revoke. Understood? Grant means used to give permission to a specific user on a specific object. Revoke means used to take out the permission from a specific user on the specific object. Understood the difference between grant and revoke? Let's see it once more. The types of SQL commands, what all we have seen? First one, data definition language. Inside that we have seen create, alter, drop, rename and truncate. And the next one is DML, data manipulation language. In that we have seen insert, update and delete. And the next one is data query language. Here we have seen select command. And then control commands. What are the control? Transaction control language means commit, rollback, set transaction, save point. These are the commands which come under transaction control language. And the last one, grant and revoke. This will come under data control language. Okay, are you clear? Let's see a recap of what all we have learned today. Okay, at last we have learned about the SQL and the types of SQL. Before that we have seen creating the table, creating a column, creating a database, and then inserting the rows inside the database. That is, these all will come under what? Designing the database. Okay. Before that we have seen about PHP MyAdmin under MySQL administration open source software tools. Okay. That's all for today. Read the portion. If I complete one chapter in a day, you just make sure you read the whole lesson and take notes in your note
and try to mark the book back questions. And if you have any doubts, you can call me or text me in our group. And make sure you read the lesson that day itself so that it will be helpful for your final exams. Okay. Thank you for your valuable time. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Bye.